Okay, we're back. So as we said, we're going to review all the settings. So the setting is at the second page because, you know, this probably the settings you will use the least. Okay, so here go here, settings. So now here you have the display settings. So you have the daytime brightness and the nighttime brightness. Okay, under the daylight, I would suggest, you know, you crank it up almost at the max or close to the max. So Cypher decided to put at 7. Maybe we can increase it, you know, to avoid the glare as much as possible. Okay, for the night brightness, 2 is more than enough. Maybe 3 maximum, you know, to avoid, you know, that having too much to be comment c'est ça aveuglé? To be blind by the screen, okay? To keep your eyes on the street, okay? So you have the nighttime settings. So it starts at 8 p.m. and you go to the daytime brightness at 6 o'clock in the morning. And this is, of course, you can change the parameters the way you want according to the daytime, okay? You can also decide if you use it or if you don't use it. So let's say you decide to not use it, that's fine. Your brightness will always be the same, okay? Also here you can touch setting, you can calibrate your screen. However, so far they didn't have to use it, okay? And also LCD reset in case of the screen get scrambled, okay? Now we go to the volume. So you have the speaker volume and the auxiliary volume. What it is, we provide in the kit a separate speaker, a mono speaker, little speaker, because of course the sound of the device is separate as the sound of the factory radio. Okay, so we provide an external speaker. However, you can choose the way you decide to route the sound, and let me explain to you, okay? So you have the first parameter is NAV to the external speaker, and all the media that you're playing from USB or so on and so forth also go through the speaker. Second setting, the NAV sound goes to the auxiliary in of the factory radio. And also the media does exactly the same thing. Also all the sound is routed to the auxiliary. Now here you have the NAV that goes to the speaker. However, all the media plays to the auxiliary. Okay? And the last, the trip compatible sound control. This is something neat. Because as you know, let's say for example you're playing your FM or your XM and so on and so forth. So you're off of the auxiliary sound. So the sound cannot go of the navigation cannot be routed through the auxiliary because you're already playing sound from the other portion of the tuner. However, our device is capable of detecting that. Okay, is able to know, Charles or whatever, you're playing the sound of from your FM tuner. However, you still want to receive their voice prompt from the navigation. So the device is able to detect that you're not on the auxiliary and will route the sound automatically to the little speaker for the navigation. Okay, so that's a very nice feature that we have. So you don't have to take care if you losing your voice prompts or anything like that. You know, the device is able to detect to see if you're already on the auxiliary or not. Okay, and will route the sound automatically. Okay, I wish that I'm clear enough. Is that okay so far, Cypher?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, perfect. Now, for the navigation audio mix, okay, this is the parameter where when the navigation system outputs the sound, you can decide to not change anything. I mean, no, the volume is going to stick the same of your current playback. Okay. You can decide also to turn down a couple of dB your current source that is playing. Okay, you can turn down a little bit the sound to leave the room for the navigation voice, or you can mute the sound completely and leave the navigation voice to prompt. Okay, so that's a nice thing. Standby mode that's the standby mode for the screen. So LCD off. As soon as you switch off the ignition, you want to turn off the LCD, because remember, this is a separate device and we just tap onto the factory radio. You have to always keep that in mind, okay? So it's an addition, it's an added device over the factory radio, okay? So that has its independent function too, okay? So the LCD off, and also it is going to shut down the sound completely. Or you can just decide, you know, to turn off the LCD, okay? But by default, this is that setting there. On est rendu à combien de minutes?